Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spiritual Journey podcast. My name is Nimish Shardi, and I'm your host. I always love starting every episode by saying thank you. I feel so blessed with this podcast. The impact is having, the people it's reaching. I started out as a passion project, maybe doing one episode a month, and now I'm doing at least two episodes a week, sometimes more. And I love doing it. Nothing's scripted, everything's channeled, and which is why I can do 2 episodes. So thank you if you're a regular listener. And welcome if you're new to this podcast. Let me know if you have any feedback. That's a great place to start. If there's anything you want me to do differently with this podcast, I'm trying to always improve. I got some feedback on the sound, so I'm trying to improve the sound. I always try to keep the topics relevant and present. Invite some amazing guests. But if you have any feedback, any topics you want me to cover, or anything you want us to do differently, I'd love your feedback. So please do reach out and let me know. I am an Akashic record reader, Akashic trainer, podcast host, podcast creator, as well as a spiritual coach and mentor. And what I love to do is guide people on their journey, whether it's through this podcast, whether it's through reading your Akashic records, which is more about your soul journey, or through mentorship. And mentorship is one of my favorite things to do. Over a 12-week period, I guide you through any karma that you're holding on to, your physical, mental, emotional body, what you need to heal in each of those bodies. I'm really guiding you to you. I never tell anybody what to do, but I intuitively guide you. There is a framework that we use that guides every call. It's a 12-week program. It's weekly calls with me individually. First call every month is 90 minutes. Every other call is 60. So we get to work together one-to-one. And if my voice resonates, if my energy resonates, then maybe we're meant to work together. Currently, I have a promo where I'm including Akashic training. So it becomes a 14-week program instead of a 12. So yeah, reach out, book a free discovery call. I love what I get to do. And this week's topic actually was guided by my membership group. So membership group is a safe community that I set up in December. And I provide an energetic update twice a month. So I was providing the energetic update on Friday. And I got some feedback from some of the membership members beforehand about how the current energy and kind of how it's impacted them. And the message on Friday, which I channeled, was really about the void and this phase that we're in right now and how everybody's feeling differently around it, but it is intense. And so today I'm going to dive deep into why this void is sacred. And what I mean by this void is that I feel like a lot of us are in this phase where our old life and what we've created, we don't belong in anymore. It kind of feels almost alien to us. There's just something different. We know there's a shift coming. We're feeling uncomfortable, but whatever our new world is hasn't been created yet. So it's an uncomfortable feeling, and that's why I named it. I'm sure others have too. The void. It feels like that space in between, and the human especially finds it uncomfortable. And so I'll dive deep into it. But for me, the void is not a pause, and it may feel like that. It may feel like you've been asked to do nothing, just wait. But for me, it's a recalibration. It's an opportunity to release the final parts of you that you're holding on to, and start to take aligned actions. And this is I feel that where the challenge is coming from, is that the disconnect between our human and our soul, our spirit, is probably the most it's ever been. The human knows there's a shift coming, really doesn't know much about it, and is making the ego, very uncomfortable. And this is where the human then dives in and tries to control things and wants to plan for it and wants to take actions that maybe not aligned, don't feel right, but he wants to do something. And the spirit, the soul, wants to just soar, wants to really trust whatever's coming next. He's happy to take that leap of faith. I feel like our soul has worked many, many lifetimes to be here at this time. So it is a pivotal time. And your old self, and maybe a lot of it is your human, is either trying to control what's coming on or hold on to itself because it knows that it's going through a shift, and this version of you is is no longer going to exist. It's also feeling like nothing is happening at times. I'm trying to do everything and nothing is moving forward. But this is a period where a lot of action is happening behind the scenes. Old timelines are collapsing. And like I said, and the new ones are being created. This is a time to trust that your guides are working behind the scenes. This is a time to really talk to your human, your ego. It's not about killing your ego. It's not about your human, your ego is needed for this next phase. It's just not going to be in control. So maybe give your ego a name or just talk to your human. But I get it. I mean, I understand. I relate. At times, this phase has felt so frustrating. You know, for a lot of people I talk to and the people I mentor, and, you know, a lot of people, you know, feel like you're taking action, but still not moving forward. Which honestly, the people I'm mentoring are going through shifts and are really kind of, I can see the change in them. I love it. I love doing that. But it is difficult, right? Some of the people I talk to, some of the people in the membership, and just generally in the outside world, it's that trying everything, but nothing's moving forward. But the trick here is to take aligned action. The things you've always done aren't going to work anymore. So the actions you're taking, how do they make you feel? You know, the energy that you used to create shifts doesn't work anymore. And some of it may do, in all honesty, but it's like, what's your intention when you do it? The things that you're trying, how do they make you feel? I get there's definitely a feeling of frustration out there for some, which is like, I'm trying everything and it's not working. So you almost get to a point of, I'm not going to try anything. But here's the thing, the more you push from the old identity, the things that you've always done, the more resistance you'll feel. So it's really checking the energy of how you're feeling inside, checking with the energy of the actions you're taking. Whatever you're doing, it's not a failure. This is a time to be gentle with yourself. And the other key thing here actually is everybody's going through something. So sometimes the frustration you're feeling isn't even yours. So you've got to check in with your energy and your vibration. If you're feeling misaligned, check in with that energy. Just close your eyes and say, well, hold on, is what I'm feeling mine? And if it's not yours, return it to source with ease and grace. And maybe some of it's yours. So if you say, if you get the answer yes, then say, okay, what portion, what percentage is mine? Because maybe only 50% or whatever number is yours. It's important to release the things that no longer serve you. And actually, I hadn't planned this before, but I'm going to include a quick process to just release the things that are no longer serving you in this. We can call it Archangel Michael, so I'll do that near the end. I am also going to do a supporting meditation, so watch out over the next few days for an activation, a journey meditation where specifically focused on this episode. I don't know what's going to come through. I'll always channel it, but I do feel like it's time to do a meditation to go with this topic. And the other thing I didn't mention in the beginning is I do a monthly solo episode where I channel a message through the Keshe records. The other episodes tend to be either with Stacey, my co-host, or with the guest. I'm curious. Let me know if you feel like I should do more solo episodes or I should do more joint, more guests. I won't take any offense. Don't worry. Just give me some feedback. Feedback's always a blessing. But to carry on, it's just the energy that we've been through over the last few months, last few years, felt really stagnant. Like we were closing so many cycles. We were closing cycles and we didn't have a lot of time to integrate. We're moving so quickly. So it's like there's a lot of deep healing happening. And it felt like we could feel the shift. But this new energy is the beginning of new beginnings. It's a new energy, new variant. And it's like moving into alignment. but we're still kind of in between the two, which is why we're in the void. So being gentle and realizing this energy is different, because we're so used to that old energy of clearing a lot of karma and kind of integrating it and moving on. We were dealing with it for years. But this is different. And it's being gentle with yourself. The last period, actually, there was a lot of times where we weren't really meant to take action. We were integrating, we were releasing karma, we were cutting cords. But this energy is, we're supposed to take action to move forward. But it's not massive action, because whatever's coming next is still being created. But taking small aligned actions, and it is trusting that they're helping you to move forward. If you feel like you're doing everything, and we recorded an episode on that recently, but if you feel like you're doing everything and you're still not moving forward, then how do you feel about the things that you're doing? Because one or two things could be happening. One, you're doing things that you used to do that are no longer in alignment. Or two, you are doing the right things, but actually it just takes time for them to result in some progression, because there's divine timing to it. So, and there is no magic formula to tell you which one's which, apart from how do they make you feel. So if you're going to take an action, just close your eyes and just ask, not how do I think about it, how do I feel about it? And trust the first thing that comes through, because aligned actions feel light. They feel like that, you're moving in the right direction. If you're taking an action just because everyone else is doing it, it's going to feel forced. The energy is going to feel heavy. So trust, how do you feel about it? And if you trust your intuition, this really is a time to trust your intuition. Time to be present, and I know that winds people up sometimes when I say time to be present, because, if you're going through all these things and you're in a place which is uncomfortable, and there's someone like me that comes along and says, be present. It's hard, but how do you be present? For me, being present by time in meditation, time in nature, time with me. Of course, time with loved ones, time with people that raise your vibration. But also, and I say this a lot, really look at who's in your world. Look at who you spend time with, and do they raise your vibration? Do they allow you to be you? Or do you have to lower your vibration? Do you have to be somebody that you're not to be around these people? Then really challenge yourself. And that includes blood family. I always say, remember the blood family you pick to expand you, to teach you, not always to love you. It's our programming which says our blood family should love us. They're here to teach you something. Yes, sometimes they love you too, of course. But sometimes they're here to teach you something. And this is a time to take your power back. If for whatever reason they need to be in your world, okay, that's your choice. But you can certainly take your power back. Put boundaries in place. Prioritize you. You're important. And remember, this is a phase. The void in this phase isn't about doing more or less. It's about doing things differently. Einstein would say the definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing, expect a different set of results. This is the time to re-energize the things that you do that lift you up. If you love taking a walk in nature, but you normally listen to music or listen to a podcast, just be present. Allow yourself to feel the wind as it passes through you. Allow yourself to feel the sun. Stop and look at the plants. If you can, walk barefoot on grass. This isn't a big planning to really kind of solve everything or what the future holds. You probably heard me say, if you listen to things, I do feel like the actions we take now are foundational in terms of what the future brings. That doesn't mean I'm asking you to plan for that. I'm just asking you to take conscious action right now. Smaller actions, but intentional actions. And I know it's hard, but you have to let go of expecting or needing immediate results. I'm not saying you're not going to get them, by the way. I'm just saying you have to let go of your expectations. A lot of the frustrations that people are feeling right now, I feel, is because of the expectations we hold. of where we thought we were going to be at this time, or how long this phase is going to take us. This phase is meant to feel uncomfortable. Remember, your soul has worked lifetimes to be here. And then sometimes the human gets impatient, right? I really feel like for a lot of us, including me, one of the biggest lessons in this lifetime is patience. And you have to build energy. You have to kind of allow your intentions to grow, allow the love for you to grow, and the outcomes, and trust the outcomes are going to come. You're being prepared. You're not stagnant. And again, the pressure on the planet right now, there's so much pain, and really that is, for me, it's a sign of the shift between divine masculine to divine feminine. The masculine is trying to fight for survival. And also there's been so much pain that we've created on this planet. There has to be some pretty drastic things to happen. And for us individually, we're feeling it, right? I mean, whatever's happening on the planet is affecting us too, right? And financially, as an example, it's just the pressure is real. We're a soul for sure, but we chose to be human, so there are some human things we need to deal with. And this is the thing: is like I feel like we've been more and more asked to be the bridge. Just have one foot in 3D and one foot in 5D. So that is, do the spiritual work, but appreciate that we are human. So the human experiencing pain, joy, laughter, crying, emotion, it's important too. You gotta feel what you're feeling. And whatever you're going through, until you integrate the lesson, until you ask yourself, well, what is this teaching me? You're gonna feel frustrated. So continue to challenge yourself and ask, what is this phase teaching me? How is it expanding me? Because it's part of your soul's journey. Your soul chose, whatever you're going through right now, your soul chose it. It is teaching you. It is expanding you. And in many ways, this is the hardest part of the void. The unknown, the uncomfortable feeling, the fear-based actions that we take in that really are repeating the same cycle. I don't actually believe in repeating cycles. What I believe is, if you're going through a similar cycle, you're actually going through a deeper level of learning. So if you've been through something similar before, whatever you've worked in the past may not work this time, because it's a deeper level of healing. So you've got to sit and ask, how is it serving you? What is it teaching you? What are you here to expand? What can you be grateful for about this lesson? Because it is expanding you, it's training you, it's getting you ready for what's coming next. And what's the truth about nothing is working? How often have you said that to yourself recently? I'm trying everything, but nothing is working. You got to remember that this isn't a phase. The void is redirecting you, not rejecting you. I love the phrase that, God's delays are not God's denials. So what if you're not being denied anything? You're just being redirected. And what does that redirection mean? Like I said, the biggest disconnect right now that I feel that you've ever been through, if you're going through and you're feeling it, is the disconnect between the ego and the soul, the human and the spirit. The human wants to move and fix it. It's uncomfortable not knowing what's coming next. It's uneasy taking action and not getting immediate results. It's hard. Whereas the soul, the spirit, wants you to trust, wants you to take aligned action. Less is more. Whatever you're going to do less of it, but do it deeper. And what you're feeling is a real internal battle. So your answers are not outside. This is the other thing that I feel like a lot of people are doing, is using AI to find all the answers. That's not where it can assist, don't get me wrong. It can assist you, but your initial answer, your initial work has to come from sitting with you, being in silence. AI can assist. You can ask it questions for sure. But it's never going to replace your ability to channel. Like I've said many times, we have access to so much deep information right now. We can channel information at such a deep level. So know that this is a phase, and remember, I love just reminding myself, this too shall pass. That phrase works for anything. If things are going great right now, then enjoy it, embrace it, and know that this too shall pass. That doesn't mean the next phase isn't going to be just as great. But if you're going through something, then that phrase can help. This too shall pass. And again, if you're going through some real human challenges, which could be health, could be financial, that's difficult, right? It's really interesting. It's like I talk about this stuff and, I can see people around me going through so much change. And, the work I do, actually, I help people to understand the change and integrate it. And I love doing that. But everybody's struggling. That's not right, actually. Some people are thriving in this because for whatever reason, they did the preparation. They're in this phase of really embracing this new. But again, even if you're in that phase, look at the people around you. How are they infected? Because I just look at some of the people around me and what they're going through. And I'm like, wow, isn't it interesting? I can talk about some of this stuff and have a feeling of what's coming, but I can't. I'm not here to protect those around me because our soul chose to go through some of these challenging things, which is why I always love the phrase, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. None of us are here to stop people's pain because you learn and you grow from that pain. But what we can do is raise our vibration, set an example, and maybe guide people to learn from their pain, integrate from their pain, and not suffer. Because the suffering part is optional. When you stay in a situation where you've completed your soul contracts, where you're done, you really should move on. Like in a relationship or a friendship, that's where you've got to really sit with it and ask, is this done? Am I complete? Is this soul contract complete? And then let it go. If you hold on to it, that's where suffering begins. So again, my question to you is, what are you holding on to that's done? Sit with that question. Challenge yourself. If you're chasing opportunities, then move forward with what feels aligned. I mean, social media is a great example. If you're posting every time and, if you're going through the motions, then it's not going to land. What's your intention when you post something? And, if you're using AI to do all your social media, then I feel like energetically you're going to get found out because your energy or vibration is what people want to connect with. To take actions that feel natural. What's going to build momentum, but not. Again, if you're trying to think 5 steps ahead, then that's probably the wrong thing to do. It's really taking aligned action to this energy, this vibration. And by the way, right now I really feel a lot in my throat. So I feel like there's people listening who you need to use your voice. This part of this momentum and moving forward, your voice and being seen is such an important part. So where are you using your voice? Where are you speaking your truth? And just really sit with that. It's remembering that you're not really stuck. It's an uncomfortable feeling, but you're not stuck. You're in between, you're in the void. And this space is sacred. Your soul has worked lifetimes to be here. This void is preparing you for the next phase of your soul's journey. You're releasing so much karma in this void. Things that have been holding you for centuries. And that could be in all areas. It could be in your physical body. It could be in your mental body, and your mental body is normally around business. and finances. It could be in your emotional body, which is all around love and relationships. It could be in your spiritual body, and that's your connection to your guides. It could be more than one. So remember, you're healing. You're releasing karma. You're going through cycles that you've been sitting with for centuries, for lifetimes. So of course it's going to be uncomfortable. And of course it's also going to affect the people around you, those that you have soul contracts with. And even those that you don't, everybody's going through this void. Just people are reacting to it differently. And the other thing that we're feeling is what the planet is going through. So this is where I remind you again to check in, because Gaia is stronger than you know. Gaia will survive through this and thrive. Whoever's comes with Gaia, it's a choice. You can't let the noise and what's happening on the planet take over. I'm not telling you not to send love to where's needed, but focus on things you can change. Focus on you. Focus on you being the example and shine your light unconditionally so you can inspire others to do the same. Be careful by what you watch. Don't spend time watching the news. This energy and vibration of it isn't going to help. Again, spend time with people who raise your vibration, not drain you. Whatever you watch on TV, whatever you read, whatever you listen to. Yeah, I keep listening to this podcast as an example, but ultimately watch things that lift you up. Like I said earlier, I'm just going to do a quick process, and it's not a full, I will do a companion meditation. This is just a short process. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cut the things that no longer serve us. I feel like we're carrying a lot, and just cutting the cords. I did something similar over the weekend. I've been doing it quite a lot recently, and can definitely feel the shift. So you can listen to this with your eyes open. Ideally, it's the best to listen to in a quiet space when you're on your own. So just find yourself in a quiet space. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Take another really deep breath in and a breath out. And bring your awareness fully into your body. Allow yourself to feel everything. Connect to all the energy that's inside you, all the energy that's around you. As you can continue to breathe, bring more awareness into your body. And set a clear intention. I am ready to release what no longer serves me. At this time, I call in Archangel Michael. I invite you into this space now. Please surround all those people that listen to this episode with your light, your protection, your clarity, your strength. Magnify your energy, magnify your vibration, so feel it. And as Archangel Michael comes in, visualize a deep blue light around you. Allow yourself to be held and know that you're safe. You're held, you're protected. And from this space, I call on Archangel Michael to cut all cords that no longer serve us. All agreements, all promises, any attachments, any attacks, any contracts that no longer serve you. Ask Archangel Michael to cut them all away. To release, remove, and clear all of them. And just visualize the cords around you, the cords being attached, leaving your body. You don't need to know which cords they are. Just feel the attachments you have being released. Again, ask Archangel Michael for a second release of all agreements, all promises, all pacts, any soul contracts that are done, any emotional attachments, any attacks, anything that no longer serves. We ask it all to be released and returned to source. Please cleanse our energy, increase our vibration, increase our awareness, our acceptance of who we are. Just feel yourself being lighter. Feel yourself release. And say internally or out loud, I release what is no longer aligned. I release fear, control, and old timelines. I let go of the old version of me. I choose to move forward, lighter and clearer. And again, just visualize Archangel Michael cutting any final cords, releasing any attachments. Just allow yourself to feel lighter. And you can come back to this and do this as many times as you want. And just take a few deep breaths and allow your body to settle. And let's thank Archangel Michael. We thank you, Archangel Michael, and all our guides for supporting us to release and to re-energize. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Just gently come back. Allow yourself to feel that energy. And as we wrap up, I want to remind you that this void isn't, it is sacred. It's not empty, it's sacred. It's a time of deep, deep, deep healing. It's a time where you're preparing for this next phase of your journey. You are going through it. So many of us are going through a death and a rebirth, releasing our old identity. And this is a beautiful time to reach out and get a mentor that you feel aligned to. If it's not me, find somebody that you feel aligned to. Get help. Ask for help. It's a sign of strength. Join powerful communities. I love what I get to do, and I'm always going to talk positively about my membership and kind of how it's helping people to hold space. And mentorship is so beautiful. It's my favorite thing to do. I work with you one-to-one over a 14-week period, and it's so beautiful. Our souls connect at such a deep, deep level. It's a soul contract. So if it feels aligned, then book a discovery call. Whenever we're meant to start to work together, it's a soul contract, and I trust in that. And actually, the last thing I should mention, I didn't mention it enough, is I have a retreat coming up in June. It's a soul spa. You have two options. Either it's the 5th to the 8th, so you can either join for the full 3.5 days or just the weekend, 6th, 7th. But it's a spa for your soul. We'll do some deep healing. I'll teach you a modality called ABC, which really, it's called Accessing Body's Consciousness. It allows you to tap into the energy and the vibration of your soul. We'll have some deep meditations. We'll connect with nature. We'll build an amazing community. If you want more information, there'll be a link in the show notes. But as I close this episode out, I encourage you to also build a deeper connection with your guides. Allow them to hold you. Allow them to guide you. And if you're here saying, well, I don't have any guides, then start by trusting your intuition. Listen to the voice. So when you ask a question, your intuition is light. It's not heavy. Many times that's your guides. And the more you listen to your intuition, the more you build that muscle and the more you start to build that connection with them. We have more energy and vibrations around us right now, more support than ever before. Tap into it. Ask for help in the human realm, but also ask for help in the other realms. Beautiful, beautiful time to feel held and supported. I am sending you all so, so much love and light and reminding you that you're meant to be here. You're a powerful being, and your soul was selected to be here during this transitional time, during this expansive time. So you're a powerful being, and it's time for you to stand in your power and stand tall and be seen and be heard. And if you're struggling, maybe it is because it's time for you to be seen and heard. Maybe you're going to speak your truth. Maybe you're going to take aligned action. Maybe you're going to trust you and take a leap of faith. If I can help in any way, please let me know. I am sending so, so, so much love and light. And take care, and we'll be back soon. Bye for now.